Back to another video on how to navigate the tabletop tournament software. We'll be going through basically some simple links, things, how to load up your lists, and also how to vote for things like Best Painted. Okay, so you go to your tabletop website as we have before, you log in, and then you navigate to the event, which hopefully you've signed up for now on tabletop software. 28 of 67 have so far, so a few more to go. You click on the event that you rolled in, and then we've got a few things here. So we've got the event details, okay? We've got lists hidden that are unlocked, which means that you can load your list up, which is useful for us once you've done your list, because all the lists go to the Mantic Rules Committee, so they can judge what's being used and what seems to be commonly popping up, and sign-ups are obviously open, okay? Then next underneath we've got a bunch of links here. So we've got a link that will link us to the Clash of Kings website, a Facebook event link, a Wargamer AU link to the latest FAQ, and also a link to Easy Army for anything you want to do with lists. Please remember that it's good form to bring a list for your opponent, and there's tournament penalties if you don't bring a list that you can give to your opponent that they can have for the entirety of the match, so they can know exactly what's going on. Okay. Next we have the ladder, obviously. That'll change as results come in. Rounds will appear here, and typically there'll be a number 1 to 7 as the rounds are drawn, so you make sure you've got the right selection going. If it's not showing when you think it should be showing, just go up and hit your refresh button. Sometimes you have to do a manual refresh. Okay. Next along we have event logs. Says when the event was created. As results come in, they'll be loaded here. This event log also gives me the ability to broadcast any messages to everyone, so keep an eye on that every now and then. Stats will simply be when I go through and load everyone's factions. It'll give a breakdown of what's been played. And result submission we'll go through in another video. I'll come back to lists. Voting is one that I want everyone to take notice of. So after Armies on, or at Armies on Parade, I will unlock the voting, and then you will see a screen like this. So there'll be 2 painting awards and a Best Sport award. And what you have to do is basically in the drop-down menu, there'll be a list of everyone's names, and you select the army that you think is worthy of that award. Now, please note, people that enter in the Mantic Army are also able to go for the overall award. Okay, so they'll appear in both. So people's names will be next to their armies on parade, and just we'll be asking everyone to vote using this system, so it's much easier. At the end of the tournament, I'll ask you to vote for your best sport of who was your favourite opponent after the last over the last 7 games. Sorry. Last but not least, list submission. Now, as I mentioned, this is really important for the Mantic Rules Committee. Even though we're going into Clash of Kings 18, they'll still want our results, and it's really useful if everyone can add up their own list. Last year it took me a few hours to get through the list that hadn't been loaded up themselves. So the easiest way to do it is go to add my list, and it'll take us to another screen, and we can do it either as an image, or we can do it as text/HTML. Now, obviously, the easiest way to build your army is using easyarmy.com, so that's the link there. And I've built a very balanced list here. And if you go to View, that'll come up in a view like that. Okay, and the easiest thing to do is take it from the 2,000 points, highlight it down like that, and copy it. And then we paste it in there and click upload. And now there's a beautiful legible list for anyone to have a look at. Now, these, I would encourage everyone to load them up, please. The list will remain locked until the end of the event, so no one will be able to see your list before the end of the event. If you've got a grudge match or something going up, we're not going to unlock them for other people to view, or so that you can prep for the game the next day. If you're worried about that, we're not going to do it. All right, and then you just click back to the event. Okay, and then that'll send me a list of basically who's been signed up. Who's submitted their lists. Okay, so that's it for now. We've covered the links, we've covered list submission, and we've covered voting. Thanks for watching.